It's time to be the hero.
There we are, recording in progress. I made the assumption that we have experienced speech chairs who are joining us and people who are new to the program. And I'm also hopeful we will find new Rotarians who might want to find out about it in the future. And that's why I asked Marilyn to record it. So this is just an overview. There might be a few things I tried to do a one size fits all to come up with some information. Anything I know about the speech contest, I inherited first from Melanie Rice way back to over 10 years ago when she was chair of it, and then Linda White, who took over from her. And yes, I did speech in my former club up in the Sierra, but it was not anything as well run as this district has done for years. So what I have a PowerPoint to share, and then afterwards I will unshare that, and I have a sample of a speech given by our winner last year, our 2024 winner, and that speech is 6 minutes and 24 seconds. It is a little difficult to hear because we were discussing, should we be miking our kids or not, our speakers? And last year we made the choice, because the room was small, not to mic them. So it's a little difficult to hear. So those of you who are driving may decide to take a vacation. But at any rate, let's see. I'm going to bring up my PowerPoint right now. And here we go. Okay, so I thought a pen or a pencil might come in handy. You may wish to jot down a number or an email address. You also, we have a couple of little quiz items coming up, so you might want to take a look at that. Use that because we have enough people here that I can't see everybody raise their hands. So we'll just see how that goes. And Marilyn has already hit the record button. So as we said, this is about the Rotary Four-Way Test speech contest. And there's been a little confusion. Which avenue of service does it fall into? Youth or vocational? And frankly, it's fine to do both or either, because it serves youth, and it serves youth as in an area where their vocational skills would be included in, not just in public speaking, but in practicing ethics. So it's a great place for partnerships within your club. So I did a little animation here that matches up with Governor Judy's theme of people's superpowers. So I feel that the Rotary Four-Way Test speech contest develops students' superpowers. So among those superpowers are the speaking skills, which, by the way, are de-emphasized in school curriculums these days. There are very few dedicated speech courses in high schools. There just isn't room in the curriculum. It's now blended into the regular curriculum. And when that happens, the emphasis on different kinds of speeches, how to speak, all of that gives way to simply how to convey content while speaking. That's about it. So we also have education and ethics. I was surprised to see that at Palm Desert High School last year, there was a 0-period class in ethics. I've never seen such a thing. I didn't get a chance to find out how it is or who's taking it or how they like it, but it's a rare thing that students would be specifically studying ethics. And certainly we know in our world today, the more ethics we can study, the better. And the final thing is an understanding of Rotary. There's an official list, and it's a little bit wordy. I would not be showing this in this kind of print if we were in a big room. But again, we want to acquaint the youth with ethical behavior. We want to show how much we care about our kids. Make sure they are aware of Rotary at every turn, not just among the students, but parents, schools, and communities. And, oops, sorry. And to promote public speaking as an important vocational skill. They've seen TED Talks. So they have an idea of what it would look like. But to combine it with all of the other aspects of what we're doing here with our four-way speech contest, it's a challenge for them. And of course, we want to recognize, encourage, and reward hard work. And you will see that there is a good support financially from the district for this to reward their hard work. Okay, so here's a little quiz item. I didn't know if you could, first of all, you can do your math. So in the 24th year of Rotary's existence, what national and international historic event occurred? And I will tell you. So there's, it was interesting to see the sizes that Rotary clubs continued to thrive during the Depression. They did not lose that many members. I was amazed. However, there probably were lots and lots of projects for them to work on, and people who could afford still financially to belong to Rotary had a lot of work to do. So there's a product from the 1930s that has to do with the four-way test, and that is club aluminum. Now, I only see four faces here, so I cannot see if anybody knows what. Let me see if I can see everybody. Okay, Marilyn Sanderson knows. Okay, Annalee, what is it? You're muted.
I am, and I said, of course she does. Marilyn.
Of course she does.
Marilyn knows, of course she does.
Yeah. All right, well.
I'm not sure, no.
Club aluminum was a, now I just lost my whole screen of everybody, but you guys can see the screen, right?
Yes.
Okay, so.
Mary,
This
this
was
is a club aluminum pot. Sincerely.
Really?
Really, your own, you're very.
Wow.
Participants, there you are. You actually have one in your possession.
Yes, I do, because
Wow.
I know the club aluminum story, and I'll stop overtaking your presentation right
Oh,
now.
please tell.
Fast.
That's the best lead-in I've ever had, Mary.
So Club Aluminum was a Chicago-based company that made pots and pans, and they were not doing well. And they were fighting among each other. The employees were fighting among each other. They were taking unethical approaches to other products, and it was just a mess everywhere. So they called in this 59-year-old Rotarian. And why can't I advance my slide? Oh, here we go. No. Named Herbert J. Taylor. Now, you guys can see his picture and I can't, right? Because I'm seeing you.
Yes, you see
Okay.
him.
Okay, his name was Herbert J. Taylor. And I was not able to find out what else he did in his life to give him the dubious honor of being asked to take over this failing club, Club Aluminum, in 1932. But when he saw what they were doing, he made up the four-way test. He wrote it and he trained everybody in the company to operate ethically, fairly, as per the Rotary Four-Way Test. And he restored the company to profitability. And I thought it was interesting. It took him till 1950, I can't read my own screen here, to 1955 to become Rotary president. You think, we always complain that things move slowly in Rotary. It was even slower then. So he was 39 at the time he took over Club Aluminum, and he was 61 by the time he became president. Now, the question is, when did they adopt the Rotary Four-Way Test? Was it while he was president? Was it before, right then, when he told his club about it? Was it right after the war, or did he have to wait till he was president of Rotary to find this out?
Hmm.
So that's
I mean,
something
and he did it fairly early on.
you think fairly early on, huh? Okay, let's see. 1943. So
11 years in.
as the world is recovering, not yet recovering, it's actually during World War II. This is when it was brought forward by Rotary.
Hmm.
So all over the country, you will see Rotary Four-Way Test speech contests, and you can Google them and you can watch students performing their speeches pretty much the way we do all over the country. And they are to be high school level students. They compete in and for a single club. They don't have to be all from the same school. It depends on how your club wants to run it. And we do see multiple students that will compete one year and then come back and do another speech the same year, the next year, or sometimes they'll do the same speech. It depends. But the only one who is not allowed to compete again would be the district winner. So it has been kind of fun to watch some of the same students come back every year, and they do better and better and better. So we want the students to each choose their topic, and it's tough for them to do that because they can't, they're thinking high up, like save the world, peace, and all that sort of thing. And so a lot of times we will try to say, bring it down to something personal. If you want to talk about world peace, what have you personally done for world peace? If you've been out and done something like that, or saved the planet by collecting plastic bottles, great, that's where we want to go. We want to go from the personal to the universal rather than the other way around. And the four-way test must be integrated throughout the body of the speech, not just at the end. And we had a student a few years ago who gave a wonderful TED Talk about what she was about her topic, but she didn't talk about the four-way test. So guess what? She did not win.
Mhm.
So the way they do the scoring is 100 points total. Content and delivery, important, yes. But notice that 30% of it is the integration of the Rotary Four-Way Test. Then the judges get to have a little bit of judging for total impact, the way you might be judging a TED Talk. But for the most part, that it has to be integrated with the Rotary Four-Way Test. And we have a score sheet that we've developed over the years, and this is the latest and greatest. And because when we started, if we just say, oh, yeah, there was an introduction. Yeah, there was, it was pretty well organized. And pretty soon you give them top points for everything, and then your winner wins by 1 point. It's just, it has been a challenge to make sure the judges can discriminate among the finer points of what they're doing. And the four-way test is a sliding scale. This is the area where I've worked hard this last year, because everybody says, oh yeah, they talked about the four-way test, 30 points. And you need to get, so if those of you who have educational backgrounds would look at this rubric and say, it looks a lot like an advanced placement description of how, did they just talk about it a little bit, or did they go in depth? Was it engaging, and so forth? So if you would like a copy of this, I certainly am happy to send you one. the people who are in the current list that I have for, the contest chairs this year have copies of this, and I strongly recommend that this be shared with the students. You know, to teach to the valid test. So.
Can I
that's
ask a
what we do.
question? This is Ron.
Yes, hi, Ron.
Yeah, and I was wondering if you might possibly send us the entire the slide presentation after this is all over, because there's really valuable content here.
I shall.
Thank
As
you.
I said, Marilyn is recording this,
Okay,
but on the other hand, you might want it to be able to share it with other Rotarians in your club.
right.
I'll see how many kilobytes it is to see if
Okay.
it's easy to share. And I'll try to figure out a way to make that happen. You know what, I can always send it as a PDF
Yes,
or in Google Docs or both.
absolutely. That would be great. Thank you.
Okay, great idea. Thank you. So when we have club support, what we ask the clubs to do, it's strongly recommended that we do some coaching with students, either in person or on Zoom or both. My philosophy has always been that the winners of the science fair or any contest at school might be the student who has the parent who's most hovering, the helicopter parent who helps them get that winning speech or that winning science project. And I'd like to see students broaden that opportunity by allowing us to work with the kids and give them the opportunity. One year we had a student who was a special education student, and she gave a speech that brought everyone to tears about how difficult it is to be a special education student and to live with a disability, a learning disability. And she brought everyone to tears. It was just wonderful. Okay, then at the club level, the recommended contest prizes would be the what is showing there. And I have sent the people who are chairs copies of a typical budget that our club does. So if you are not yet on my email list and you would like to get a copy of a typical budget, you're certainly welcome to do that. The last item is that if you decide to send your student to the district, it is a $50 entry fee. Any questions yet? Still?
So it still says no internet, but it writes about. Well, I guess not, leave it out.
I'm not hearing what the question is.
That's all right.
I think it was chatter in the room.
Oh, okay. So it was something else. Okay. So another thing that we can do as Rotarians is form partnerships with Toastmasters. There is an official partnership between Rotary International and Toastmasters International. And in general, what we do with Toastmasters is we can use them as coaches and advisors. If we are working with them one-on-one, we of course need to make sure that we follow all the youth protection rules that would be done for Rotarians as well as for them. On the other hand, we could have a Toastmaster make a little video on how to give a speech. You know, we also have Toastmasters serving as contest judges. Once they've judged in one contest for a club, we wouldn't have them judging for the district. But we have several judges from Toastmasters who return to us year after year because they so enjoy working, watching what the kids can accomplish.
Yeah, no.
Please, go ahead. I was going to mention that one of our clubs, let's see, it's Esther's club. I think it's Temecula. She takes her speakers, her winning speakers, to her Toastmasters meeting. And so that's very cool that they get to see that. So, at the district level, this year we're doing a little bit more coaching of the and support of the chairpersons themselves and providing some of the materials that we've successfully used before. We're going to be offering some possible online coaching for speakers this year. I was thinking along the lines of choosing a topic and then a second one on delivery. And I would like to be able to bring in a speech therapist. Marilyn and I were talking about how young people talk today. They talk so fast. And then they drop their sentences at the end. They drop their voices at the end of a sentence. And when you listen to our winner this year, she says, I want you to think about how much you enjoy your life. What? She's a winner, but she did not pause on the most important word in that sentence. I want you to think about how you enjoy your life. So I'm hopeful that we can do, every year we can make a little bit of progress, each child and each year. And then on contest day, we have morning snacks. And then after the contest, there's lunch while the judges make their decisions. And you can see that there's quite a bit of district support here. That's a hefty set of prizes. And particularly, I'm pleased that the 6th through 10th place winners win $200 apiece. I think that's really says a lot. It means a lot to the kids. And so we're pleased that that's the case. So we have our dates. February 15th is going to be the final day for clubs to have their contest. And we're going to be having some clubs doing it early because they've checked with their school schedulers, and the school schedulers say, oh, we've got this event, that event, this event. So they may do it early. Fine, determine a winner and then you work with that winner, and there's nothing wrong with coaching that winner to even be better. By the time of our Saturday, March 8th district contest in Banning. So we are looking forward to being able to do that this year. And then instead of showcasing the speakers at a district conference, because we're doing the outdoor one again, we will be doing a showcase event. And I think we're going to try to go for, it's a Sunday afternoon, like an ice cream social kind of event, where the music winners and the speech winners would be celebrated.
Mary,
Yes.
this is Will.
Hi, Lou.
So how are you? So
Good.
I didn't want to interrupt, but I want to make sure that this is for the 2025 contest, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm looking at my screen. Did I get it wrong? Yeah, this is the 2024-25 school Rotary year and school year.
Okay.
So, and again, if you haven't already received the calendar for me, I have a planning calendar that superimposes our calendar along with a typical school calendar. So it's really important to know when their breaks are and when their testing schedules are and that sort of thing. So I was just thinking about when we knew when they had 3-day holidays, a lot of times they're not using their special day holiday, their Monday or Friday holiday as well as they could, and we can certainly help them to use it better by coaching with them on Zoom, something along those lines. And again, with the Zoom, we do a lot of youth protection training with our people to make sure there are 2 Rotarians, and when that the parent is in the house when they're Zooming, and the parent leans into the screen and says, yes, I'm here, and so forth. So we work to make sure that everybody is safe. Okay, one last point before we see a video of the winning speech. you see the little character there standing at the podium. We do not use a podium. They stand out there as if they're doing a TED Talk. So we are still debating, depending on how the venue goes, whether to use a handheld mic, a lavalier mic, which is a hassle to put on and off, or no mic. Last year we used no mic because we had a fairly small room. And I think as you hear the video, you're gonna have to get your ears trained right away because it's still a little difficult to hear even without a mic. So before we go into the video, do I have any other questions from our audience? Okay, so I'm gonna stop this share and start another share, and you can, I'm gonna turn my hearing aids up to make sure I can hear her speak. And you'll notice she's a wonderful speaker, but she could have learned more. And she's a junior, so she will not be able to compete again, but she's gonna learn more because she will help coach her peers. Okay, so that's stopping that. And I'm going to share again. And here we are. Share. All right, so here we go.
Take a deep breath, and after that breath, I want you to think about how great your life is.
You're not sharing the audio.
Okay.
You have to start over,
Start
share
over.
and
And how
optimize
do I?
for video.
Okay, hold on. Now,
The-
is that something
the
I need to
audio-
do?
The audio is
Yes,
there,
you-
but it's very difficult to hear it. It's there.
Oh, oh,
It,
Yeah.
it's
I
there.
had no audio.
Yeah, it's
whatsoever.
there.
Yeah,
I can hear
Marilyn
it.
and I tested it ahead of time. It's just hard to hear.
Yeah.
If you
Um,
turn on the closed caption, will it put it on the bottom what she's saying?
I don't know. Let's try it. Well, we can always try. Here we go. Again, if you'd like to have a video of this to watch on your, in at home, you certainly, I will send it to you.
Take a deep breath, and after that breath, I want you to think about how great your life is. Ready? Breathe in, breathe out. Now, I want you to picture your beautiful home, your personal ticket, your favorite outfit, and your warm bed. Well, on April 13th of 2022, I lost everything. Near the end of my school year, my house had caught fire immediately out. And everyone in my family left through the fire alarm, except for my 11-year-old brother. He was watching TikTok. He and TikTok did the algorithm and saved my entire family from death in a year. Yeah. 8 minutes for me to lose my home and my childhood music. After we evacuated, I remember my uncle came to take me and my mother away, so we wouldn't have to watch the event longer. I remember as we passed our dying house, seeing my mom on the lawn, with hope in her hand, and my dad watching the house that he used to own and to earn vanish in smoke. That's why I'm going to talk about the importance of cherishing life, and not just superficial things like phones or snacks, very lives that can one day be better. When I realized I almost lost the people I love the most, I made a decision to cherish my life and everyone in my life. So let's examine this Rotary Four-Way Test. every day, Rotarians around the world use the Rotary Four-Way Test to examine the things they think, say, and do. Test is fair to all concerned. Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned? The first question asked, I win during my life, after my house. Yes. I realized I took my son's moments for granted. I had almost died. I should have cherished my life before my near-death experience, not after. But what if there wasn't? What if my brother actually had to sleep that night? I wouldn't be standing here right now. My name wouldn't exist on the contest roster, and none of you would have heard my story. So I'm telling you all from now. So now, start cherishing your life and everything in your life, because that's the truth. That is my truth. Second, will be there to all concerned. Cherish your life. After that week, as youngest daughter, I stepped up to take care of my brothers and tend to the needs of my parents in a way, legal and financial life. And just tending to their needs made me realize I should be grateful they are even alive. Yes, it is only fair that we cherish and love the people in our lives, because we never know how long we have. To build goodwill, better friendships, to life. Ask that event. I was raised by strangers and not so close dance friends. Once they realized they almost lost me. I remember, after my house was caught fire, the day right after, trudging into the school, wearing the only outfit my mom was proud to do. That day, my dance program was filming a vibrant dance short film, and I was wearing no great t-shirt and jean shorts like this too. Dressing one bright, colorful, and what? The house on fire. Until a dancer, she offered me her bright yellow jacket. And through her goodwill, I was no longer dark and gray, and bright and colorful. She helped to make me sigh. And so now I'm having a no, a great friendship. Because she cherished me, and now I cherish her. And lastly, so the message of cherish your life. I believe that cherishing your life is beneficial to being happy. The more you focus on the great things of life, what you have, not what you don't, happier you will be. And if all concerned is those who want to share my happiness, then yes, it is beneficial to all. Now, after looking at all the parts of the Rotary Four-Way Test, you will see that cherishing life and those in your life will definitely help you and those things. But what I want you to get from this, that when you go home or go to school, instead of giving your time to smartphone, I want you to hug yourself. To hug yourself. And hug your house. And cherish the time you have for everything and everyone. I implore you to implement cherishing life in your everyday routine and use the Rotary Four-Way Test to help you with that. You never know. 10 minutes. Can't do it all. Lastly, I want you all to take a deep breath again. Breathe in. Like that. So, and
Okay, so that was our winner last year. So we have quite a few students who told their personal stories, and that's where it makes all the difference. That they do things that from their inside, and then to the universal. So that's where we are on it. Does anyone have any questions or concerns that you'd like to bring up now? Yes, Laura. You're muted. Now you're here.
Thank you. I put it in the chat, but I just wanted to know, who do you recommend contacting at the high school? How do you recruit the students? Is there a person that you would go through? Could you recommend?
It depends on your relationship with your school, but a lot of people go to the career center. And the person who's in charge of the career center, or the person who's in charge of the Interact Club. The other aspect of it is if you have any in with someone from who teaches advanced placement or drama, choir. There are quite a few students who do mock trial, and mock trial is a different sort of a beast, but it's performance. And you will find a lot of kids in mock trial or the theater who will want to do it. The challenge is finding the teacher's interest, because when I was a teacher, and I think Marilyn can probably remember this, you would go to your mailbox in the morning and you would find flyer after flyer after flyer advertising all kinds of contests, essay contests, speech contests, everything about, promoting, like, why is real estate good for our country? Why is banking good for our country? All of these, everybody wants to promote their particular thing. So if you have a relationship already with the school because of Rotary, because of the scholarships you give, it's time to pull that back in.
Thank you.
Mary, I have a question as well.
Uh-huh.
It's Jody Masters. I'm sorry I was late. For some reason, I did not get the email until like as soon as I got on, but I'm here. Main thing. I'm a teacher and I am not teaching in high schools, and Indian Wells Rotary Club is my Rotary, and we don't have a high school. So I need to kind of just blindfolded go out and find a high school that somebody else doesn't already have. Is there any way that we could kind of clear that out and see what everyone else is tapping into so that I know where I should go and where the need is?
Two things come to mind right away from this, and the one is that there are private schools around. For example, what is the Catholic school in our valley? I can't think of the name of it. They're very good in football.
Palm Valley, sorry.
Palm Valley is
Palm
one,
Valley.
yes. And so looking at the private schools, also there is support for homeschooled students through the school district. And you'll often find that homeschooled students are ambitious and would like to have the opportunity to participate.
How do you find the homeschool students?
Many homeschool students work through the school district
Okay.
so that they get the academic credits. So
I think that Dick Oliphant's Judy, I think she mentioned that her daughter is a headmaster at one of the private schools, but we're dark in August, so I haven't seen anybody. I mean, I don't know if the other Rotary groups clubs are dark as well and not meet in August. So I guess September, we're here now, but I could tap into finding out more when people gather again.
Judy, you might contact the other valley clubs around you to find out which schools they're dealing with. I know one of the clubs is dealing with a private school. But then that way you're not duplicating.
Exactly. Thank you for understanding. That's what I'm trying not to do.
What is Xavier High School?
Yeah.
Is Xavier High School a private school?
Xavier, thank you. I forgot that's
A friend's son goes there, and I was trying to think of what that That's a private school, correct?
Right.
That's a Okay,
And
good.
Jody,
That's-
most clubs are not dark in August. They may be thin in attendance and maybe are really struggling to get speakers, but I think almost everybody still holds weekly meetings. So you should be able to contact the president or the youth service or community service chairs at each of the clubs.
You know, too, I will email all my chairs and say, what high school are you working with? And they should be able to get back to me. I'm pretty sure that Indio and Shadow Hills are covered. Certainly Palm Desert High School, and I'm not sure who does La Quinta High School. That would be, you know, the closest to you, of course. But at any rate, I will email, I'm gonna write that down right now and ask all of the chairs to let me know what schools they're working with. And also let me know if they know of any schools that need a club to sponsor them. I believe the students can compete, like students from Palm Desert High School could compete for your club rather than from ours. You know, they could do that. They just wouldn't be competing twice. So I'm gonna write email chairs regarding what high school.
That's a really good point, Mary, that some clubs have more than one contestant for a variety of reasons, but they can't sponsor more than one. To
At the district level, right,
at the district level.
right. And we had students who were homeschooled that wanted to compete. It was during COVID. And they lost some of them went off to homeschooling because they could get community college credits almost at the same time and graduate early. And they wanted to compete with our students from Palm Desert High School. And I had some feelings of conflict from the school staff. You know, they wanted to be fair to the Palm Desert High School kids. And I was never able to get a club to sponsor this young girl who wanted to compete from the homeschooling support at the district.
I know I've seen emails from clubs sent out asking, do you need a student for the contest? Because we have that. So I don't know, Mary, does every club have a four-way test speech contest sponsor? Or I don't mean sponsor, I mean chair.
No. We have a pretty goodly number, and quite a few in the valley, but it's not every club chooses to do it. Some of them choose to put their energies in other projects.
So if you send out the list of clubs and the schools that they're working with on the contest, you might be able to see some opportunities there to recruit a student.
Yes. Judy and I'll work with you on that too, to see
Thank
what
you.
you can find.
This is Ron. A question. It sounds to me that the issue, of course, is finding students, but the only qualification is that they are of high school age. Would that be correct?
That they're enrolled in some kind of schooling, yes.
Okay, okay.
In high school.
Yep.
Yes. And I love working with freshmen because they will learn and they'll work with you year after year and they'll bring their friends with them.
Yep. Yep.
Any other questions?
So will you be forwarding more information? Because okay, I'm not sure you had discussed chair people. So I don't know what I'm considered. Am I considered, what is the hierarchy of who's doing what? If you are working with a high school and a student, then are you a chairperson for that club, or what is, I guess I haven't defined the roles yet so that I don't know who to reach out to. I haven't really received any information from you.
Okay, at the beginning of the year, I did send out an appeal to club presidents to ask them to appoint a chair and to let me know who that chair was. When I send out my notices, I still address it to speech enthusiasts because I never know, are they just, are they just still looking? Are they thinking about it?
Okay.
And we have some people from Indio that have, it's like a whole committee that works
That's
with the kids.
wonderful.
So
Well,
you
Ralph,
probably want to talk to your club president and ask
Ralph,
that club president to put you in the budget. And if I did not, or to make you the chair, you want to do it.
okay,
And so
I wasn't sure because Ralph did approach me because he didn't have anyone else. And I said, of course, I will. That sounds great, you know, because I'm in the education system and it sounded like a good match and I might be able to be helpful. So thank you for defining that, clarifying. I wasn't sure. But again, like I said, our club has not really, I mean, most people in our club are older and they've been out of town. So there haven't been a lot of people in the last couple of weeks. So I will mention that to Ralph. I didn't know I needed to, and tell him that we need to at least put in the budget, besides the live scan cost, what else would I need to let him know needs to happen?
He needs to get on the district website, DACDB, and put your name in as
Okay,
four-way test speech chair.
thank
Right.
you.
And Jody, I will, if you if you have not received from me a sample budget, I did send that out when we first started, but we have joined, you know, more people have joined the cohort since then. So anybody who needs that, the copy of the budget gives you an idea. At our last year, because we had built up a good cohort of students and then COVID hit. And when we came back from COVID, we were concerned that we might not have enough students to take over and to continue the project. So we invited the teachers to a lunch, buffet taco bar lunch. And we invited specific teachers, English, drama, choir, debate, that sort of thing. And we catered from the Coachella Valley Rescue Mission. And we had a pretty good little lunchtime recruitment just to let them know who we are and put a face on our program, and to beat out all the bankers and realtors and all the others that have their own contests. So I will, Jody, let me know what you need, and I'll send you that sample budget, and anything else that we've mentioned here today. And the same would go for anything else.
We have 29 people on this call and we have 60-something clubs in our district, or maybe a few less than that now. And so you can see, of course, a certain number won't be able to attend because of schedule conflicts. That's not a problem. But the main problem is that most club presidents don't respond or don't read emails that are sent from either the district website or individual chairs at the district level. So if you're not receiving emails from Mary, you have her email address. It was on the screen. Let her know. She will gladly add you to the mailing list so that you are up to date. And if you have questions, I know she'll answer them.
Thank you, Marilyn. And what capacity are you in?
I am the district trainer. I coordinate and sometimes participate all of the trainings that are offered at the district level.
Wonderful. You seem very informative and I appreciate you. Thank you.
Wait, you forgot my big long introduction. Do I need to do it again, gang? And you're saying, oh God, please, no, don't do it.
It's okay. No worries. I don't want to put everyone through that. I know I got on late. I'm sorry.
You didn't even hear me and you said you didn't want to put everybody through that. I take that as a compliment.
Mary, I had
I
a
would love-
question, if I may.
Was that Chris?
Yeah.
Yes. I wanted to ask, so you recommended the prizes at club level be $200, $150 for first, second, and third. Is there a prize for district level?
Yeah, yes, I had it in my slideshow. The top prices that what last year was $700. And it goes down to the 6 through 10 got $200 each. So it's a pretty and that's not paid for by the club. That's paid for by the district.
Okay, so first place for the district gets $700?
Yes.
When you get
Yes.
Mary's PowerPoint, scroll through, she has it all spelled out on one of the slides.
Mhm.
Now,
So
I don't have everyone's email addresses here from this unless, is there a list on Zoom that I can take? It says participants, and of course, we had some that have already had to leave. So,
I can send you, I've written down everybody's name. I can send you the
Okay.
names, but I don't know everybody's club, and I certainly don't know their email addresses.
well, as
If
long
you
as I can look them up on
Yes.
DeckDB, that's fine. That's
Yeah, and
Yeah,
look
I have a question.
or email Mary Scott directly.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
if you could go back to that slide and put your email address back up, or put it in the chat. Put your
Put it
email,
in the chat. Okay. Chat.
look it up.
Come on, let's go. Show chat previews. Well, by the way, whoever it was who said to do the closed captions, that was
Perfect.
genius.
That was perfect.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
have a question.
yes.
Yeah, real quick. What are the parameters for the students that participate? Is it the 7th to juniors in high school?
I would say 9 through 12.
9 through to 12.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
There we go. Any other questions? Well, good. All
Yep.
right. Marilyn,
thank you
thank you
so
for
much, you
giving
guys.
us,
This is amazing. Appreciate it.
thank you, Marilyn, for making this possible. That's terrific.
You know,
That's
thank
great.
you all for coming. Mary, thank you so much for the time and the organization that you put into this contest. It is amazing. And I hope all of you will be able to find students to compete and send them on to the district level. Hearing these students speak, I know to me personally brings tears to my eyes, like the young woman today who told about losing her house. Just to hear them makes all of it worthwhile. It's inspirational. So Mary, thank you. Thank all of you for coming. Oh my goodness, we're early. It's amazing.
Yeah, we are. And don't forget to press stop record.
All right.
And you want to record it to the cloud, I think. That way you will get a link.
The recording will be sent for translation to somebody who knows a whole lot more about things than I do, and be posted on YouTube probably within a week to 10 days. So
Awesome.
I'll let Mary know that it's there, and she can email all of you for that link.
Thank you.
Thank
Okay.
you so much, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you. Good to see everyone.
Thanks, Mary.
It's time to be the hero.